Okay, hello and welcome to my demonstration today on Beam. So Beam is our enterprise asset management system. It is a web-based system and you can log into the system by using the web browser after deploying it on your cloud or on-premise server. In addition, Beam is a permission-based system, so not everyone can see everything in the system. You can connect to what you're supposed to based on your position, profession, department, and group. So after logging into the system, you can also find the dashboard on your homepage. It visualizes the data of the system into the widgets of the dashboard, and you can monitor the KPIs of your company. So as you can see here, we have these interactive widgets. And on your left here, we have a company list. So if we choose a specific company, as you can see, the other widgets automatically change. So we can do that for other companies as well. And you can customize this dashboard depending upon your company's needs, and you can choose the widgets that you want to keep and design it the way that best fits for you. And on your top left here is the main menu, which includes the 4 main modules in Beam. Beam is a modular system, and we have 4 main modules here, which include the asset module, maintenance, material, and personnel. So we'll first start off with the asset module. So here we have a map. So here you can find the real-time location of your moving asset on this map after integrating with the GPS device that is equipped on your asset for maintenance purposes. And this is a very interactive map, and it helps you keep track of all of your moving assets. Also in this module, we have the graphical asset tree. So here you can upload the blueprint or floor plan of your facility to the system, and you can pinpoint the location of your fixed asset, and you can have an overview of your asset on this graphical asset tree. So when it is in the green color, it means it is in good condition. And once there is any maintenance scheduled for it, its color will automatically turn red. As you can see here, when we hover over these green dots, this is where our fixed asset is located at. And we can also see things such as the status, as well as the group, the asset type, as well as operation. And we can also see things such as cost center. Also in this module, we have something known as the asset tree. So you can find this asset tree shows the structure of your company in a hierarchy form. And after expanding it, you can find the assets that you have allocated to different locations or departments. And you can find the asset line in the asset tree. It means you can combine 2 assets for performing a task. And any maintenance that you schedule for the parent asset will automatically apply to the dependent asset. And if we go back here, we actually have, you can find all the assets in the asset list that we have right here. So you can also manage the information such as the default material as well as the maintenance team here. So if we were to choose a specific asset, as we could just choose this one right here. So we have all the required information about the specific asset right here. For example, each asset has its own asset code, as well as we have the asset description, as well as the status, the type, the group, the department, cost center, and operation. And on the left here, as you can see here, we have things such as the asset materials. So as you can see here, we have all the materials for the asset, as well as the maintenance teams for the asset, as well as we also have something called legitimate proceedings, where we can see insurance information, as well as periodic vehicle inspection information. So you can see when the asset was last inspected at. And we also have, if you want to attach any additional documents, we can also do that right here. So for example, we have this driver handbook here, since our asset is a vehicle. And we also have a picture of our asset right here. And there is also a reporting tool right here. For example, we have the asset status report. So there's actually a reporting tool available for every module in Beam. So you can run over 10,000 ready-made reports in the system. So before generating the report, you can put the conditions or criteria on it. Instead of generating the report every single time you need it, you can schedule the report to be sent to you automatically. How can you do that? Well, let me show you. So if we go right down here, we have a tab that says we can schedule. It's right here. So we would add a date. So here we would put the information about the specific asset, as well as we can go here and schedule it depending upon if you want it daily, weekly, or even monthly. And we also can put the users and the email addresses here where we want the reports to be sent out to. And here we can go back to our report and we can select a specific asset that we want to see the report for. So for example, we could do this one right here and we can see the report for it. And we go ahead and prepare. And we have a report right here. So here we can see the status of the asset. And this is a report, overall report for this specific asset. And now we can go to the next module in our list, which is the maintenance module. So here we have all of our work requests. So in case of any unplanned breakdown, the operator of the asset can file a work request, and you can pick the asset from the asset list for the work request or scan the barcode for filing. And in addition, you can also attach the image that you take as a reference to the maintenance team. So as you can see here, we have all of these work requests. So let's just go ahead and if you want to add a work request, the fastest way to do is if you go right up here, there's something called a fast request. So we can go here and request our work request. So here we would put the priority of it as well as, so if we would choose priority of this, we could choose between normal, low priority, or emergency. So in this case, let's just keep it at normal. And we can also choose an asset code that we would like to. So let's choose this one right here. And we can also choose who this request is requested by, as well as the work type. So let's just say if it's a let's say it's a mechanical issue. And we can also choose the maintenance / failure code. So it is a mechanical failure in this case, and we would just put the definition here. So we can say, for example, machine has mechanical failure. And that's it. And then we would simply go ahead and save it. And so once this request is processed, so as you can see here, we process this one right here. So this, so all the work requests will be pulled to the work order pool automatically, and you can schedule the start and end date, as well as the material and maintenance that is required, as well as the work steps and costs. So as you can see here, we have all of our work orders right here, and this is the one that we just filled out. So as you can see here, we have work order. So we have information about the work order, such as the work order kind. So this is a failure maintenance, as well as the asset and the maintenance priority, as well as the work type. And we have some additional information here. And these dates, for example, we have the failure occurrence date, as well as the informed date and planned start date for the work, as well as the end plan date for the work. And on the left side here, we have the work labor, as well as the used materials that are going to be required, as well as we have the work steps that are involved right here. And we can also attach any other documents that we need to. And we also have the cost. So here we would put all the cost information, such as the labor cost, material cost, service cost, and this will be our total cost then in that case. So also in this module, we have our work order calendar. And we also have something called a preventive maintenance. So here you can schedule the preventive maintenance for your asset after a certain time frame or at a certain value captured from your IoT devices on your asset. So for example, we have this one right here. So we have the asset as well as the maintenance code. So this is a mechanical failure. And we can also choose the period unit. So we can do it in day, week, or month, as well as when the first maintenance date is scheduled for, as well as the last maintenance date, as well as the next maintenance date. And on the left side here, we have the work order information, the materials that are going to be required, as well as the maintenance plan. And we can also attach any other documents that we need to. And next, we have our materials module. So here you can find all the materials for all of your assets, and each material, just like our assets, has its unique material code, as well as a description, and as well as the total quantity, as well as the serial number, and if there's any barcode number that is also there. So let's just go ahead and view one of our materials. So let's just do this one right here, the steel wire rope. So as you can see here, we have the material code, the description, and as well as the measurement unit. So in this case, it's pieces. And on the left side here, we have our warehouse parameters. So we have our minimum material amount as well as the maximum material amount. And we also have our vendors here, as well as if we have any attached documents, as well as we have picture of the specific material. And next we have our material transactions. So you can record the activity of your spare parts among warehouses, and all the transactions will be recorded with a unique voucher number here, as well as transaction type, warehouses, quantity, price, and so on. And next we have our personnel. Also before that, we also have reports here that are available. So for example, we have the warehouse transactions report, for example. So if we want to view a specific report, we can just change the date that we would like to and simply go ahead and do here. And we would have our report generated. So as you can see here, we have different warehouses, and we are able to see all the transactions in the specific warehouses. And we can see some key information such as the voucher date, the material transaction type, as well as the material code, and as well as the warehouse code and description, and also some other information. So lastly, we have our personnel module. So here you can find all the resources, records here, and you can also manage the information of your employees. So if we have to choose one, for example, we can do this one right here. So we have, just like all for other modules, each resource has a specific code as well as a description. So in this case, it's an employee. and as well as a resource class, so it's a mechanic. And we also have the resource position and the maintenance plan work type. And we also have some other information such as the personnel information, the trainings, and we can also attach any other documents that we need to. And in this module, we also have the resource occupation calendar. So here you can find the schedule of your employees in a calendar view, and you can compare the schedule of different employees on the same page, and it allows you to avoid the conflicts while you are assigning the tasks to the maintenance team. So for example, you can choose a start and end date here, as well as the work type. So you could choose a specific work type here, and it will show you the in a calendar view, and this makes it very easy to review for viewing purposes. And this concludes my demonstration today on Beam on a very high level. Thank you for watching.